Okay, I'm going to show how we make sunflower sprouts, and we're going to start with half-gallon jars like this and 2 sprouting lids. These are the mesh screens like this and a ring. You put those together and that goes on top. So I have a bag of sunflower seeds. Come in close now. I have the black oil sunflower seeds right here. This is bird seed you get from the hardware store. Nice big bags for cheap. I'm going to fill these jars about 1/3 of the way full. So let's see, 1/3 of the way. You can see that's about 1/3, like that. We'll do the other one. Compare them and even them out here. Okay, that looks good. That looks like about 1/3. Now I'll put these lids on, and we're going to take them into the kitchen and fill these jars with water. Okay, here we are in the kitchen. We are going to fill this jar with water. And what we do is we fill it all the way to the top and we let it soak for 12 hours. You fill it up just like that. At the end of 12 hours, we rinse every 12 hours until they sprout. So we soak, then we dump out the water, then we rinse every 12 hours, and it takes a couple days for them to sprout inside these jars. And you end up with a full jar of sprouted sunflower seeds like this. Okay, now we have our sunflower seeds in the jar ready to go into a tray of soil, and we have these planting trays that are this size here. Now I have a couple soil mixes I use. This is Black Gold, which is all natural and organic, and a vegan soil. No animal products used in that one. I also use worm castings, which are just the byproducts of worms eating compost, and that's about a 25% mixture, so 4 to 1. So do a scoop of the Black Gold in each, then I'll do a scoop of the worm castings in each. And then I actually get some fresh compost from my compost pile over there, and I'll show you that right now. Okay, here we are at the compost pile. This is a working compost pile, and there's worms and bugs in here. And what we're going to do is go down to the base of this and grab some of this black soil that's down here. And it's already decomposing and really high in nutrients and minerals for our sprouts. So I'm going to come down here and get a scoop of the blackest compost I can find in there, like that, and we're going to go put that in our trays. Okay, now I'm going to add half of this compost to this tray, half of the compost to this tray, and we're going to mix this thoroughly. We got the Black Gold, worm castings, and fresh homemade compost. What we want to do is distribute that evenly across the tray and press it down in there so it's kind of firm. I'm pressing it in. Okay, now that that soil is pressed in, I'm going to take one of these trays of sunflower sprouts. It's been growing probably 4 days or so. I'm going to just cover the soil. It's a big mound of sunflower sprouts. I'm going to just push them out like this, cover the whole tray. Try to make it evenly distributed so they don't overlap more than necessary. And I also try to pat it down so that they're kind of flat. There's one. And here's two. They're looking good. Now the next step is to put them in a shady spot and water them in and cover them. And I'll show you how to do that. Okay, now we have the trays in place here where I grow them under this canopy and they're in the shade. And I'm gonna water them in, which means I soak the soil so it's completely wet. Okay, now that those are soaked, we cover them with another tray. We take the exact same tray and just put it right on top. Like that. And those are ready to go. And in about 4 or 5 days, they turn into this here, which is the next stage of them growing. And they're just emerging up out of the tray. I just uncovered these today, and they're just getting sunlight and UV light today. And here's another 5 days later, and they're pretty much ready to harvest. So they grow extremely quick, they're extremely easy to grow, extremely nutritious, and extremely delicious. So thanks for tuning in to this. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and we will have more content like this. Nutrition for the whole family. My 9-year-old daughter Isis is holding the camera right now, and we will see you in the next one.